TIFU by telling my mom that I was kicked out. So, it's a little strange, but the summer between my junior and senior year of high school I was kicked out of my mom's house by my stepdad. This was about a year and a half ago. The custody agreement my parents had settled when they divorced was week-on week-off custody. Well, my mom's house was pretty mentally abusive for me. I am the oldest and had a lot of extra responsibilities. And my stepdad is a horrible person. Very physically aggressive, narcissistic, treats all of us kids poorly, constantly complaining about having to be a father, etc. Well, because of the constant fighting, general abuse, and extra work I had, it was very unpleasant for me to be there. I really had only stuck around to take care of my little brother, as I felt pretty much abandoned by my mother due to her tolerance of her husband's behavior. Well, over the summer I had a pretty horrible panic attack at the thought of returning home. So I called and texted my mom asking to stay with my dad for a few extra days. Only 2 or 3. She had completely ignored me and I assumed she was angry. Turned out her phone wasn't working, which I didn't know. When my dad dropped my brother off at my mom and stepdad asked where I was and he told them I wasn't coming back that day. Well, my stepdad texted me cussing me out and telling me how horrible I was for not coming home when they expected me. I was pretty upset by this, so when my mom called me insisting to know why I hadn't come home, I told her I wasn't in the right mindset and I didn't feel further explanation was necessary. I'll admit I was a little callous, but my stepdad was treating me horribly and I was hurt. On that phone call she put me on speaker and her and my stepdad were going at me, telling me how immature and cruel I was not coming home. I said I didn't have to, and my stepdad told me I was horrible, ungrateful child. That they hated me, never wanted to see me again, and for all they cared I could die on the streets. Well, I moved in with my dad. I didn't speak to my mom for 4 months or so, and then we mostly patched things up. Today I was with my mom, just her and I hanging out at the house, and she made a joke about how the only way I could be a better child was if I had stayed at home instead of leaving. My response was something along the lines of, well, if you want kids to stick around, don't tell them to never speak to you again. She was incredibly confused and kept asking me what I was talking about. I responded by telling her what my stepdad had said and that's why I had moved out entirely, instead of just staying away for the few days I had planned. Turns out she had left the room after asking me a few questions on the phone and hadn't heard what he said to me. She was horrified, kept asking me how I had believed she would have allowed that. And I just said that with how angry she was I assumed she had agreed. She started crying about how he had cost her last year with her oldest child. She considering divorce when I left. I hate him and so does my brother, but I feel awful knowing that her relationship is now ruined. TL. Dear, I cleared up a misunderstanding my mom and I had, and now she may divorce her husband. Did your mom really not know who she married? Based on the description of him, sounds like you did her a solid. Who says that to someone's kid? Sounds like fate brought good fortune through a bad time. If the truth kills them, let them die. I hope she does divorce him. Any decent parent puts their children first. This is no misunderstanding. When I was 13-14 I had a similar experience. My stepmom was a horrible person. On many levels. I was supposed to do the weekly switch as well. And I got to the point of finding any reason not to go to their house. Stay at friends. Lie and stay at my mom's. Whatever I could do. I am nearly 38 years old. And this still affects me today. The best thing you can do is speak your feelings. Get it all out there. Parents are blind to a lot of what kids feel, because kids often have trouble expressing their true emotion and feelings. Eventually, you will be more powerful than your stepdad. Don't think Oh no, I ruined my mom's happiness. If he treats the woman's children he supposedly loves the way you say, it might be far worse for her. You telling her what happened and how you feel might be what she needs to take the blinders off. Be intelligent, strong, and don't be afraid to do what you need to. You actually did the right thing, never feel bad about it. Congratulations to you. He sounds like an arsehole.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.